Hey, it's James here from Content Snare once more. This is part 5 in my series about how we built and launched Content Snare, our SaaS product. This is probably one of the more important ones where I'm going to go into a bit about pre-selling. So by that, I mean getting money for something that doesn't exist yet. And I think this is a critical step that a lot of businesses or a lot of software products, any kind of products really miss because I've seen a lot of stories around the place where someone's gone and built a product and they've had lots and lots of awesome positive feedback. Like, oh man, that's a great product. I'd love to sign up for it. Like, it definitely solves a problem. Blah blah blah. But then when the time comes to ask for money, no one pulls out their wallet, and the product ends up basically a failure. And that's kind of sad if you've spent a year or even 6 months building something. So I think this is a critical step that everyone should at least try. It worked pretty well for us. It was quite simple. So in the last video, I talked about the UX that we had designed and that we basically mocked them up into a MacBook screen like you can see here. So we had our dashboard page and our request page, and the software basically looks like this now, but at the time it didn't. This was just an image. And I wrote a small little blog post saying, this is what it looks like. And we came up with some pricing. Now, we made it very cheap. I think that's the point here, because you're asking people to trust you and sign up for something before it even exists. We were planning on charging between $29 and $69 a month, and this offer was for $49 for a full year. So obviously that's really cheap, but it's also, these people putting their trust in you. But so I think it makes sense to give them a good deal. What we said, it was basically an email that went out with ActiveCampaign. We had 250 signups at the time, and we just said, here's our deal. Here's a link to the blog post that I'm showing right here, and it'll cost you this much. We're only going to run this deal for a week. And for 20 spots, I think we said, because we didn't want to sacrifice all our initial user base on these cheap plans, so we limited it to 20. I created a sales page using Thrivecart. Actually, I'm just going to pause and pull up the original page. Okay, I just wanted to show you Thrivecart first because this is the system that we use. It's really, really simple, which was the best part. You basically just put in a product name. You can say limit it to 20 people, like we did. You say how much it is that you want to hook up Stripe and PayPal, and add tax if required. So, and the fulfillment, we didn't have anything. This was literally just a payment. There was no integrations with anything. It was just they sent us money with a promise that we'd build them something. We had a refund guarantee if they didn't like the product after it was launched. We'd give them their money back. I think that's a critical item as well. But oops, it is. You can see there our old shocking logo and the page that they saw after it was finished. But I'm going to fix this. Give me a sec. I just made it unlimited again so you can see the sales page, and this was it. I basically linked in the email. I linked people to that blog post and to this sales page, and that's all they saw. So I had one kind of bit of social proof here. This is all just built in. So I had a couple of things up the top. Saying that if they can get money back if they don't like it, which I think is very important, and simple sign up. So that was it. Those two things together was how we launched and got our initial sales volume. And so basically that email went out to 250 people at the time, and that's what we had on our list. And we had 20 signups within the first sort of 2 to 3 hours, which was insane. We were not expecting that. So that was really good validation for us. We even had a whole bunch of other people ask us to expand to let them in, basically. So we actually increased to 25 in the end from 250 people. So that's a 10% conversion from email to a product that doesn't exist. So that to me is somewhat validated. Obviously, a cheap price, people might just be trying to get in. But that's the kind of thing. But doing this, you validate your idea, and this is an extremely important step. Next video, I'll be going into our social strategy, which was kind of our next big push for leads.